everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique and welcome to Medora Budgets. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, and especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. So if you are rocking with me, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if this is content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future family and finances so the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact us in the future. Today is Wednesday, March the 19th. We are here to do a budget with me for the check that I'm going to receive on 3/21. So let's get into it. Let's go. So I use a PDF workbook that I bought from the Budget Mom's website. She has that available for her Budget by Paycheck workbook. And so that is what I'm using. And I'm using a PDF note-taking app called Noteful for my digital planning as far as my budget is concerned. My handy-dandy notebook here is what I use to do my messy budget. All right, so, and we'll talk about this part first. So some of the things that I have talked about in my previous videos is that I am making a change just because of how things are happening right now in my life. I've gone back to having all of my bills on auto draft coming directly out of my bills account, and that includes any monthly subscriptions that I have. So I'm going to go over here real quick and show ya. That is wrong. Let's go here. Let's take a stab there, and let's go here. All right, so what you'll see here is that I have these bills that I had set up to come out of my Ally credit card for my property care. All of those now are going to come out of my bills account, as well as any of my subscriptions. That's this section that you see right here. These, you're going to see a steady deduction happening from my bills account for those as well. And all of those together total $166. And then the only things that will be left on the under the subs sinking fund that I have are yearly subscriptions, and these are the ones that you see here for InShot, AARP, etc. Yes, honey, I signed up for AARP. As soon as I hit the big 50, give me my discount. I want all of it. And I have the dates here for it. But all of these total $434. So overall, I want to see about $500 overall on my subscription at some point. That is what I'm doing. So what I did was, after I made that decision, I went into all of my accounts, all of my subscriptions, changed all of them over to have the auto draft set back up for my bills account. Yay, that part is complete. And then I went in and did my messy budget, and that's what you see here. So I'm going to scooch in a little bit more here so that you'll be able to see a little bit better. And in essence, all I wanted to do is say, you know, I always have $1,500 going into that bills account. Monique, are you sure that's going to be enough money just starting right out the rip for the next check you get on March the 21st? Is that going to meet the need and make sure that it has enough money going in there to handle all of the bills based on a paycheck period? And if not, then you need to make some adjustments. So that's what I did. I did my messy budget. I always do that for about 4 paychecks out, in essence 2 months, to cover and see how things are going to look for my future planning as far as my budget is concerned. So I did it for 3/21, wrote out all of my bills. Some of the things that you might notate here is that, number one, for electric, you're always going to see that amount as $200 over at least for the next 3 to 4 months. I'm hitting into a cycle or a period of time or a season for my electric bill where it is going to be higher because I'm going to start to run the AC over the summer months. So my thought is, why don't I just go ahead and proactively pay $200 every month on that one, whether that's how much the bill is or not right now, so that I'm kind of building up a buffer. All right, so you're going to see that. You're also going to see property insurance added back in here. So we talked about the other 3 things under property care. We didn't mention property insurance. That was treated as through a sinking fund before, but it's going to start coming out of the bills account there. And there was one more, city. Yeah, city. So city credit card, you're going to see that one every paycheck period, because I want to start to put $100 every month towards that, almost treating it like a split bill to make sure I'm keeping that momentum going for making sure I'm paying that off. And so you're going to start to see that. When I added all of these together, you know, I do a split bill for my mortgage, I do a split bill for my auto, etc. And I'll talk about all of these more so when we get ready to get to the budget. It totaled $1,488. So I'm still within that $1,500 range. Then I went to April 4th and looked at everything that I needed to pay from April 4th through April 17th, again, including monthly subscriptions as well. And I've actually tagged on to that Lawn Love, because come April, I need to start getting my lawn done again, getting it cut. So I went ahead and added that in here as well. City should be here for that 100. Yep, there you go. And then split bill for mortgage and auto, so you're going to still see those. So now when you add all of these together, I'm only at $1,036. So it is possible that I might decide to use a little bit of the money that's left over out of that $1,500 going into my bills account to put towards savings and sinking funds. We'll see. I don't have any plans for it right now, but it's there if I need it. And then I kept working the plan, so I get paid again on April the 18th. And there, when you add up everything here, to include Lawn Love, to include $200 for the electric, to include $100 for city, you'll notice that I'm at a total of $1,523. So I'm a little bit over the $1,500 mark, but between these two previous paycheck periods, I should have some buffer built in already. And then the last one is May the 2nd. So again, split bill, the mortgage and the auto. I've got city for $100. I've got property insurance added back in here because this is when I need to pay it. It needs to be paid by the 4th of every month. I have Lawn Love as well. Do I have city? I talked about city. I got Lawn Love as well for the lawn care. So that totals $1,314. So at least my 2-month future planning outlook shows that I should have enough money in that bills account to cover the expenses and to have a little bit of buffer going in there as well. Okay. All right. So I'm going to come out a little bit, and now we actually look at the planner overall. And so let's see what we've got. Number one, this time period is going to be from March the 21st through April. Nope. I should say April the 3rd. Okay. All right. So we've got that. I'm going to give $1,500 to that bills account. We were just talking about that. Still have $825 towards variable. Now my variable account is going to count for my variable expenses and any savings or sinking fund money that I have to put towards my overall finances. And then Mike has given me $50 that specifically goes towards extra debt payment. You guys know I'm working on Citi credit card right now. So that totals $2,375. All right. Next, split bill for my mortgage for $430 and auto is $255. Disney Plus, remember we're adding all of our monthly subscriptions back in. Disney Plus is $3. Apple Phone Care is $9. I've got $102 for gas out there on a budget billing plan. So we've got that. Visible for 2 phones at $25 a piece. That's going to be my $50 for those 2 phones. Ring is going to be $10. Home insurance is $49. Here I've got the electric. It was $131 for this month. So it shows that I only owe $131 on April the 1st. But remember, I am bumping that up to $200. And I don't know if I already added, but I'm going to add it here now and make sure that it's there. I think I had not added it. Spotify, we've got 17. BET Plus is 6. We're skipping Fubo. Property insurance is $175. And Audible, we are skipping for this week. Let me come out a little bit more so you guys can see. Audible, we are skipping for this week. So, or this month. So that total is $1,306. We're going to subtract that from the $23.75, and that leaves $1,069 that I'm working with. Let's bring that on down. Next, we have our variable expenses. When you add all of those up, they don't change for groceries, gas, home, dining, and over-the-counter meds. That equals $510. Now, I have $40 here for Corinne. I give her $20 a week as allowance. But we may be changing that because her dad says starting this Friday, he'll take care of giving her allowance just as a way to give some support. So I'm going to leave it on here for right now for the budget and say $550, which is typically what we have. But I may be reallocating that $40. We'll see when we get to our actual numbers. So we have $1069 that we are working with, and I'm going to take out that $550, and that leaves us with $519. Okay. Next, we'll go over to our debt. We've only got two things we got to worry about. Nelnet at $82. And remember that Citi credit card, I want to pay $100 for that. So those two together is $182. Let's take that out of the, what was it? $519. Let me do right. $519. All right. And so that leaves $337. And that is what we are working with when we come up here to handle our savings goals. So I'm working with $337. Now, savings is highlighted in orange. Orange is up here, my variable, $825 that I have in my check and $50 for Micah. So that totals $875. So let's do this. $875 minus $550 equals, I'm working with, or I have available in my variable account, $325. That's what I'm going to put here as my amount that I want this to total out to. And let's see how I can get there. So I have $75 for sure for debt. So let's do 325 minus 75. That gives me 250. All right, Little Bean always gets 30. Minus 30. All right, that gives me 220. Let me, keep yourself together, Monique. All right, let's see. So let's go over here and let's look and see what we've got in these. I just want to top them off, right? I'm not going to do much this time because I just made a big change overall to my accounts, and I just need everything to get settled in. So subscriptions already has $171 in it. I'm just going to add $4 to get that to $175. All right. Property insurance has $130. And honestly, I have all of the stuff around property insurance or property care coming out of bills. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this $130. That might be extra that I can put towards something else. I'm just going to put a dash for that right now. We're not going to do anything out of that one. All right, buffer has $265 in it. I'm going to give that 10. I'm going to get that to 275. So minus 10. Car maintenance has $315. Let me get that off to $325. So I'm going to add 10 here. Minus 10. Alrighty. So health has health is at $393. So something around health. Remember, I was doing a lot of stuff around this one to get things, get enough money in here to cover a $404 bill that I had for an urgent care visit that happened for me on February the 13th. Well, this is why you ask for an itemized invoice. This is why you try to find out information before you pay the bill. Turns out, after I asked for an itemized invoice of it so that I can make sure of what my insurance company paid, I got a notification from them saying that that they are in negotiations with the insurance company, and they're talking through my insurance company just due to some contract issues. Don't know what that means, but that they have resubmitted the bill. I bet they hadn't submitted it to begin with, to be honest, y'all, but that they have resubmitted the bill for this one. So I don't owe anything right now, and they'll let me know what happens. So as long as I have about $400 in here, I'm just going to leave it in here so that it's there and available in the event that they come back and say I owe that full amount. But for right now, I'm just going to top that off. It shows $393. We're going to add 7 to that. And let's minus 7 here. So that should leave me with 189. All right, we're not putting anything yet in escrow. That won't happen till June or July. South Carolina land is fully funded. And then I'm going to say, so that's escrow and SC land are taken care of. I got date night. I got November. I've only got 3 left in this one. So, oh, I got low priority. That's the one. So let me look here first though. I'm gonna do 10 for date night, 5 for November birthday, and 5 for YouTube gems. That's $20. Minus 20 is what I'll do for that. All right. Stick that back under there. All right. Bonus kids, I guess I will do 10. They are at 150. Yeah, they'll be good. Corinne, child, this thing spend money. I'm talking about as soon as she gets it. So I'm just going to do 10 for her too. Fun things is at 220. We'll do 20 for that one. I'm trying to beef that one up. And who is this? Gifts is at 80. We'll just do 10 for that. All right, so that's 10, 20, 40, 50. Minus 50 leaves 119. All right, so what's left? Emergency here. I do want to start contributing to that at least a little bit for right now. I'm going to say 10 to emergency minus 10. That leaves 109. I still have $9 left. Let's do, I'm going to come back up here. Instead of 4 and 7. At 4 and 7, I'm going to do 5. No, 4 was here, so I'm going to do 10. So that means another 6. 7 was here, and I'm going to do 10. So that would be another 3. That would leave 100 for savings challenges. All right, and then let's check it out and make sure that I did that right. So 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 20, 10, 10, 5, 5, 30, 100, 75. It's $325. All right, we're good. All right, so then that is it. So we're going to do 337 minus 325, and that equals $12. Now we'll look and make sure that I have everything coming out of the right categories with the right amounts. So purple shows my bills account, $1,500. I have fixed expenses, $1,306. I have debt, $182. That's the 12. That's the $12 that's right there. Because I have variable is $825 plus 50 from Micah is my orange row, and that's $875 minus $550 for variable. That left me with $325, and then minus $325 from the savings, and that gave me 0. So I should see the $12 right here. This should be in buffer. That should be in the buffer account. Okay. All right, that is it. I don't know if I'm going to get all of this money out in cash or if I'm going to just transfer it over and let it be go directly into the buckets in the high yield savings account. I'm not sure, but we will see. But anyway, that's my budget. All right, thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.